of running a startup company have kept me here in Cambridge.
Yeah, we understand, but I have to say you are missing out. The in-person audience here is great. By the way, when we add our virtual audience to the in-person audience, we have about 2,200 people watching us right now, so no pressure.
Fantastic. Well, boy, I grew up in Baltimore, and I am a die-hard Orioles fan no matter what happens. So, yeah, one's heart never leaves.
You're a medical researcher. You're the founding director of NCATS, where you focused on turning research into interventions. And now you're the CEO of a company. You're an entrepreneur, and you're an advisor to investors. That's a pretty amazing pathway, and I imagine it's a pathway that many of our scientists would like to follow. Can you tell us a little bit about your background and how you got there?
Yeah, sure. I, like a lot of people, had an early interest in science and how things worked, and had a PhD school or MD school, and never really was able to separate them. During medical school, I did a lot of research, and while I was doing research, saw patients at the same time. And if you ask, well, you know, what has really driven me this entire time? It's really my connection to and care for patients who had illnesses that I couldn't treat. Science that I was able to do, even back in the mid-'80s, when we thought we were doing amazing things in genetics, we were, but compared to what we can do now, it was really quite rudimentary. But you know, bringing those worlds together is what has driven me since then. And it's not an easy road. Everyone on this call knows it's not an easy road. There's a lot easier ways to make a living, but there is none that is so fulfilling and gratifying. Throughout it all, I still think about the patients that I took care of 35, 40 years ago now. And they've always been my touchstone. What was interesting, and it's gotten a little bit better since the mid-'80s, but what's always been interesting to me is the fragmentation and let's just call it for what it is, misunderstanding that there is between the various sectors who all want the same thing. Whether you're a patient advocate, whether you're an academic researcher who's interested in helping understand fundamental biology as a basis on which to treat